Aaron and Nick with Twirling down Main Street. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you're not new, then welcome back. Today we are at Universal Studios Orlando. So we are actually spending the night at the Hard Rock. So we got express passes that come with the room. So this lets us basically kind of skip to the front of the line. Not really, because if like everybody with an express pass decided to get in the express line, it would be a long wait. But I think they officially say that they'll cut the standby wait time in half. So we're gonna test that. We're starting at Islands of Adventure, and we're going to try to ride every single ride kind of around clockwise. And we're just gonna see what those wait times end up being with the express pass. It is MLK weekend, it's a Saturday. I don't know if it's gonna hit capacity today, but it probably is gonna be a crowded weekend. So we'll see how much those express passes help. All right, first up is Hulk. And the app says it's a 30-minute wait right now. It was like a 9-minute wait for Hulk. And then as soon as we sat down and buckled in, it said, "We're sorry, there's a brief delay in Hulk." So we sat in the seats for about 10 minutes until we finally went. And then what was really funny was when we pulled back into the load-unload station, they made the announcement like Hulk is fully operational. And the guy in front of us said, "Just now?" Because we had just ridden it, and then they made the announcement after we rode it. But now we're headed to ride Dr. Doom. The sun is really bright right here. I've never ridden this before. It's like a free drop ride.
It's external Tower of Terror.
Yeah, it's like Tower of Terror, but externally and with no story really. So it's Dr. Doom Fearfall. Wait time is 5 minutes. So Dr. Doom was kind of boring actually. It just goes up really quick and drops you really quick, and then it's slow and you go back down. I don't know if I'd ride that again. The wait time was like 10 minutes even with a 5-minute posted wait, because there's only a certain amount of people that can go up each time.
It's up to 25 minutes.
Oh, it's up to 25 minutes now, but I don't know, it just wasn't worth it. Now we're Spider-Man, 60-minute wait. We'll see how good Express is. We waited all of like 3 minutes for Spider-Man, and it was a posted 90-minute wait. The ride's fun. It's a lot of like screens. You have 3D glasses, and you're going, it like bounces you around and everything. Yeah, it's a whole lot of movement. So if you get motion sick, like I was wearing my bands. I have C-bands because I get motion sick, and I was wearing them, and it wasn't that bad. Like I'm okay to do stuff right now, but
nowhere near as bad as The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's not as bad as The Simpsons as far as motion sickness goes, but it does spin you at one point, and I kind of had to like close my eyes on that because that was just too much. But it's a fun ride. I don't know, I'd wait maybe 10 minutes for it, or if I was with people that hadn't ridden it before. Yeah, I don't know, it's not my favorite. But speaking of, we've got Spider-Man and Captain America out here. We are not gonna ride any water rides because
it's cold.
It's cold. It's probably 50 degrees right now. And also River Adventure is closed for refurbishment right now. I think through the end of the month. So we won't be riding that either, which is kind of sad because we really like that ride.
I would have ridden that, but
yeah,
the other two water rides here, you get extremely soaked.
We'll do this in the summer sometime. It looks like a whole lot of fun, but that's too wet for me today. Next up is Skull Island Reign of Kong, which we have not ridden before. It looks like it's a posted wait time of 70 minutes. Skull Island Reign of Kong. So we ended up waiting about 15-20 minutes for Kong. The posted wait time was 70, so that's not bad at all. It does have like some 3D aspects to it, so there was a whole area where it was like 3D all around you, and
it's really neat. It's
really cool, but it also, like, I had to close my eyes a couple times just to avoid getting motion sickness from that. But it's a cool ride. It can be kind of scary at times, so I wouldn't really say it was good for young children unless they're like okay with scariness. Jurassic River Adventure is closed right now, which is tragic. So we won't be riding that. So I think next up on the list would be either Hippogriff or Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Y'all, construction walls are down on the Velocicoaster. You can see what it's actually gonna look like. I know they've been doing some testing lately. I don't know if we'll see that today, but some people have been seeing them running cars through testing. Very exciting. So So these are themed to look like raptor paddocks, and it kind of mimics the raptor paddock look of the raptor encounter. So it's cool that it just continues that theme. So these are some of the last remaining construction walls for the Velocicoaster. We're getting pretty close. It's supposed to open summer of this year, whenever that is. They haven't announced it officially yet. We are now headed into Hogsmeade, which is probably going to be the most crowded part of any of the parks today. It just always is. I think it was designed to be a bottleneck anyway. So what also appears that they have turned part of the outdoor seating for the Three Broomsticks into the construction zone. So some of that wall is missing, and I don't think you can eat outside right now at the Three Broomsticks anyway because of the construction. But it's just interesting how close that coaster is going to come to the Three Broomsticks. I don't know, I think it just kind of ruins some of the magic and illusion of like eating at the Three Broomsticks to have this roller coaster right next to it. I mean, it's cool, and it'd be fun to watch, but it's not really, it doesn't fit with the Harry Potter theme. Next up is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and it is a 90-minute posted wait time. All right, this is one of the coolest queues, and even in the Express Pass line, there's still some cool parts of the queue. You do miss some of the aspects of it that are in the regular line, but they do have some cool stuff for the Express line. Also, the lockers used to be right here, and now it's part of the gift shop at the end of the ride because the new lockers opened.
Shh! Honestly, all of you, we have guests.
What are all these muggles doing at Hogwarts anyway? I expect this is Dumbledore's doing.
So Harry Potter and Forbidden Journey was basically walk on. It maybe took me 5 minutes even to just get through the queue and just walk right on. So now we're gonna go ride Flight of the Hippogriff. Flight of the Hippogriff is a 20-minute wait. Hagrid takes longer. So we just stopped to have a snack before riding Hagrid's, but our friends who came with last weekend said I needed to start doing toilet tips. So if you are in Hogsmeade and need to use the restroom and it's really crowded, you can come right over here by like the kebab place in Lost Continent, and right back there are some restrooms that are not crowded at all. So if the Hogsmeade ones are too crowded for you, you can go right back here. Thank you! So I will say I was able to get the virtual line pass at like 8:15 this morning, 8:10 maybe, from our car as we were driving to our hotel. So I was right next to Universal though when I got it, and I was kind of trying the whole time we were driving and wasn't able to get it until I got right next to Universal. So it has somewhat of a range if you're on property, and you don't have to be exactly in the park, but you do have to be like really near the park. All right, Hagrid's was awesome as always. Somehow we've had really bad luck, and we've been in the very back every single time.
Usually we like the back roller coasters, but this one is not the one to ride on the back.
Yeah, we want to be in the front. But that's okay. There's multiple options for us to ride it multiple times. We'll get in the front eventually.
Ride it tonight, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so now we are going to head to Seuss Landing and ride the rides there and probably get some lunch at some point. We're getting hungry. Hogsmeade is probably the most crowded area of any of the parks. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, so that's why we're not spending a lot of time here. King Julian is out here dancing. We're going through the Lost Continent area, and the only ride here is Poseidon's Fury, which currently is not open. Also, Poe and Tigress are out here. To give an example of the crowd levels today, this is in Seuss Landing, where it's normally not crowded at all. And I mean, there's still like nobody around us, but just looking out into the crowd, there are more people than usual. The Cat in the Hat and Thing 1 and Thing 2 are out here meeting and greeting. Also, Circus McGurkus is now back open. It was closed for a while. And the walkway path over to Universal Studios is open right now since it's so crowded. So instead of taking the train, you can do the walkway path. Sometimes if they hit capacity, you don't want to exit out of the park, you won't be able to get back in the other park to get over there, so Hogwarts Express is your only option. But occasionally they will open up that path so you don't have to take the Hogwarts Express. We are headed to Green Eggs and Ham to have lunch. So we're down beside Green Eggs and Ham towards the lagoon, and I got the pizza tots, which I've had before, and they're really good. And then Nick got the Green Eggs and Ham. So y'all saw how busy Hogsmeade was, and it's a pretty busy day at the parks, and y'all saw how busy Seuss Landing was. But we're eating lunch, and we're in a little side area, and there's nobody around us. So even though sometimes the parks look super crowded, I mean, you're still able to physical distance if you try. It is a little harder some days, but if you are really trying to be careful about it, it's very possible to do so. We had lunch. Now we're gonna go counterclockwise through Seuss Landing. We were going clockwise around the whole park, but lunch kind of threw us off with that. So next will be Cat in the Hat, which we've never ridden before. I think it's just like a dark ride, kind of. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It is not a roller coaster. We are not gonna ride the carousel though, just because it's a carousel. We've ridden it before. You can see what it does right there. And I actually got kind of dizzy last time I rode it, so I'm gonna try to avoid that today. All right, Cat in the Hat is a 25-minute wait without express. Cat in the Hat was really cute. That sounded like, it was really cute. Cat in the Hat was really cute. Just a little kid's dark ride. It spun a little bit, but not too bad. But it was just really cute. So now we're gonna go ride one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I don't know where the express entrance is. Okay, so that's a fun one. It's just like Dumbo, except for it's kind of interactive because the music tells you to either follow the fish in front of you or do the opposite of what they're doing. So it's just a little more fun than like the standard Dumbo. Do you enjoy it? But now we're headed to ride High in the Sky Seuss Trolley train ride. And that'll be our last one. We will have ridden every single thing that's open in Islands of Adventure except for carousel. It is a 55-minute wait for the regular line. An awesome day at Islands of Adventure. We rode every single ride except for Seuss carousel, or the rides that aren't open right now. That was all thanks to Express Pass, which we got because we're staying on site at the Hard Rock. So we'll be looking for a tour of the Hard Rock as well. But yeah, we had fun.
Had a great time.
We rode a lot of rides we hadn't ridden before, so yeah, it was just good. So thank y'all so much for watching. Wear your mask, wash your hands, be safe, and we'll see you later.